Okay, so we're gonna go over the P.O.F. The pride and joy of my collection, anyways. The wife has hers, her older guns. I personally love my Patriot Ordnance Factory AR-15. It's funny. You'd think P.O.F. would be Patriot Ordnance Firearms. Not so. Patriot Ordnance Factory. Well, to move her around here, we're going to go ahead and safety check it, as it were. Of course, almost every firearm in the collection is kept loaded. There are a couple exceptions to that rule. They are the older weapons, and the newer stuff is always kept loaded. Anything that we could use for defense. So it's pretty much a standard AR-15. The big thing I like about this one, there's a couple. One of them is it's a gas piston system, not a gas impingement system. So you may be able to see, it may be difficult to see, but right in there, there's a metal rod, and that actually pushes the bolt carrier back, as opposed to the gas impingement system. So after the round is fired, the gas escaping hits this gas block and pushes a little system up here, which pushes that rod back and pushes the bolt carrier back, as opposed to the gas impingement, where the gas itself would actually be pushed back through a small tube and then push the bolt carrier back, and then pushed back into position by the buffer tube. There's a few things I love about this rifle, and one of the reasons I chose it. Number one, it's completely American made. This company is incredible. They make amazing stuff. It's already got the extended trigger guard, so you don't have to install that. It's got the anti-walk pins on the trigger assembly here. The other thing that I love about it, or another couple things, is all the Ambi stuff. So we've got an Ambi mag release here and here. We've also got an Ambi bolt release here and here. So just like any other AR, you'll pull back the bolt and you can lock it in place, just like any other AR. And you can release it here, or if you would like, release it there. The only downside to this is you can't lock it back on this side. You can only release it on this side, which isn't a huge deal. Honestly, I barely ever really lock it back unless I'm safety checking. So not an enormous deal, but you can't lock it in place here. With the bad lever that my wife has on hers, of course, attaches here and comes down, you can actually lock it back from both sides, which I love. But like I said, I've never had it be a problem at all. It's got also the Ambi Selector for safety and fire, which at first I thought I wasn't going to like. Let me turn her here so you can kind of see it when I get a grip on it. And of course it is safe. We've checked it. But at first I thought I wasn't going to like, because of course this is fire, and I thought that it would ride too much on my finger. I don't even feel it. And the other really nice thing is, once I'm done, I just go straight back with my finger. So when I dismount the weapon, as it were, I can just go straight back with my finger, and I don't worry about I don't have to worry about coming over here and doing it with my thumb, which is no big deal. But I really like that feature. Let's see, other stuff. The trigger is amazing. It's very short, and it's got a very short reset, and I can't feel the travel for myself. And like I said, I love that feature. That trigger is phenomenal. Did not come with any sights. They do make some that come with the Magpul, or I can't remember the other company that they come with that has it, but they didn't. This one didn't come with the sights, so I went ahead and put these Magpul on here. We're getting some other optics for the rifle, but at this point we haven't done that as of yet. She is sighted in just to 50 yards at this point, and shoots like a dream. This is the Valentine's Day present that the Suburban Cowgirl got me. I may do a video shortly about how to change out this little plate. It's not difficult, but I thought it might be interesting, as I don't think I like it. I think I'd rather just have it be flat than the way it is right now. She breaks down amazingly easy, especially this system up here at the front. This is made so you can put a suppressor on it. So there's I don't know if she can get a shot of that. We're still working with the older camera here. But there's just a little push button there that you just turn, and that will put it on, right there will put it on a mode where it's good for a silencer or suppressor. Taking it that way, you can pull this piece out, and this gets you to the bolt system. And that's all those pieces. So the literature that I looked over, one of the things that they say they love about this gun is that it doesn't have any springs up here in this forward part. Some guns do. This particular model does not. So this is of course just your push rod, pushes it back. And then this is all that you need up front. No springs, nothing to get hot, nothing to wear. And then of course the plug that goes up front. Now sometimes this thing's a little tricky to get back in, so we're going to give her a shot here. I'm trying to get that on camera. Just kind of, that falls in pretty easily. This piece goes in pretty easily. And this is the part that sometimes gets a little tricky. It should just slide right in and twist, but sometimes it doesn't like to. Like it's doing right now. Oh, there it went. Got it. Just had to give a little pressure to it. And then we'll twist it all the way back around so that it's on normal mode. And one of the nice things about this one is it does have an N right there. I don't know if she can get that, but it has an N right there to tell you it's on normal mode. It came with Magpul furniture, so it came with this Magpul buttstock. I always leave it out like that. And it came with a Magpul grip. It doesn't have the myide grip, but I don't mind. I like this one pretty well. So that's the introduction to the P.O.F. I'll be doing a breakdown of the internals back here and just some of the idiosyncrasies with this, and we'll clean it on camera to kind of give you guys just a different view on maybe a different AR, something that you're not used to. But I have to tell you, if you can get your hands on one of these, I have to suggest that you do. However, the one caveat here is that with their production increasing, because P.O.F. has increased their production, at one point on their Facebook page they had said that they were not going to have the Ambi Controls on both sides. So just double check that before you make a final purchase. But that is the only thing that would hold me back. It's not an enormous deal. You get the bad lever and you've got a lot of the functionality already there. Still, that is a difference that you might see. The other last thing I will say that I absolutely love about this gun, basically they say you run it really, really dry. You don't run it really, really wet, because it doesn't require all the lubrication up here that a lot of them do. The only thing that I do want to replace is this right here, the charging handle. This charging handle is perfectly fine. There's nothing really wrong with it per se. However, my wife has the BCM charging handle on hers, and ever since using that, it's just, you can just feel the difference. You can completely feel that difference on that charging handle. So I am going to replace that. I think that's about it. We're going to put an optic on here, looking at a few different options. We're looking at a Leupold, possibly a Burris, and I know those two fall into hugely different categories. And that's why we're looking at them. We want to see if there's a huge difference. If anybody has any suggestions on any other upgrades or modifications that they've done, or things that they'd like to see us try and do, or any other videos, please let us know. Please like, share, and subscribe to both our Facebook page, our YouTube page, and come and visit us at thesuburbancowgirl.com. Please keep all your comments and everything like that cordial and nice. Remember, we're all learning together. We don't want anybody to be out there being a jerk. So, thanks again. Once again, if you have any questions, please send them in.